Hi, I'm the Space Quest historian, but I play other games as well, and today I've got a real treat for you. Hold on, let me just bring this thing up.
Grundy. ISLE Grundislav.
Yes, it's one of these adoring little AGS games created with, AGS, Adventure Game Studio, but this one has a special place in my heart, because it is made by Francisco Gonzalez, Mr. Grundislav, who, after completing this masterpiece, went on to create a Golden Wake for WHET. Francisco did a bunch of games called Ben Jordan Paranormal Investigators, which, several of them apparently, Paranormal Investigator. And they were apparently so good and popular that David Gilbert of WHET Games picked him up, literally just picked him up by the hair, by the roots, and just transported him into the WHET family. And he's actually working with Ben Chandler on a game called Shardlight, which is looking absolutely phenomenal. But in their spare time, presumably while getting drunk or high or something of the sort, these two fine gents, one American, one Australian, would sit around and throw pointed barbs at each other, most notably in the Blue Cup Tools podcast, which I think you should all go and subscribe to if you have even the slightest interest in adventure games. But I don't know I don't know what Francisco was smoking when he created this little game, which is of course a parody of his own series of adventure games, but also starring Mr. Ben Chandler himself. So, without further ado, let's just roll the intro and see where that takes us.
Alright, boys and girls, follow the bouncing baby kangaroo. It's called a joey, you know.
That is, by the way, Mr. Gonzalez himself on guitar and fake Australian accents.
Lived young Ben Chandler, a good man was he, and he kept all his candy in a little metal tin. Ben Chandler's sweets tin was some...
That tiny little kangaroo's a bit drunk. He's not really following the lyrics, is he?
Ben Chandler's sweets tin full to the brim with delicious candy. And when Ben felt his sweet tooth calling in the afternoon, Ben Chandler's sweets tin was waiting ready. One day Ben came home from work at Minge Patterson.
His name is Minge.
His sweets, thinking of them with glee, but the tin wasn't in its place. Instead there was a note that read, "You'll never find your sweets tin signed B."
Oh dear! Someone actually went and ripped off the greatest artist that the 320x200 age has ever known. Well, that's a bit of a... Well, the modern age has ever known. Yeah, off you go. What's that? A King Graham hat? I'm sorry to be talking over this. By the way, this game is free to download, so you can just go and listen to this. Or, if you corner Francisco, you can just have him play this song for you. We can't really fit the text onto the screen. What is he doing? Squats? He's got a fantastic singing voice, doesn't he?
Oh, I love this game. I especially like the part where you have to hide in the kangaroo's pouch.
And that is Ben Chandler doing his own voice, by the way. Wolf Throttle, Grim Fandingo, The Didge, and G'day at the Tentacle. Off the Tentacle.
It's a lovely day out today. The sky is a particularly pleasant shade of red.
Now this is one of those games where you can't actually tell what I'm doing because right button is for looking and left button is for doing, so you can't actually tell if I'm looking or doing something. The Charnel House trilogy had the same
That's my computer.
problem,
It's where I
guess.
spend my time making little games and surfing the interweb.
Oh,
I
yes.
greatly enjoy making my games with the Blue Cup tools.
And that would be the Adventure Game Studio
I
thing.
haven't got time to use my computer now.
Oh, he
My
just went.
sweets tin is missing.
Yeah, exactly. I think you, as well as I, noticed the accordion on the wall there, but we're not gonna go for the accordion just yet. Let's just go and explore town for a bit.
That is the sun. It's a large star at the center of our solar system, which provides us Earthlings with life-giving light and heat.
And if there's
I
anything,
bet you didn't realize this was an edutainment game, did you?
if there's something that Australians are very keen on, it's the fact that the sun is nearly omnipresent, even I suppose during nighttime. It's really this Mr. Chandler here lives on what I assumed would be the surface of the sun, apparently orbited by A different sun. Oh, hey, look, there's actually a little save, load, and quit thing up here. I didn't actually know that.
I've always been curious about these rocks. The more I look at them, the more they look like a bunch of nuns mourning one of their fallen comrades.
Let's just have another look, shall we?
The more I look at them, the more they look like a group of penguins dancing around a fire pit.
Oh, I love random messages in adventure games when it just sort of randomizes a set of of messages that you can... Yeah.
These modern machines bring the magic of the internet to this little corner of the world. No, they're configured just right. Moving them might cause the internet to go down.
Ben is plagued by universally bad internet, by the way. Apparently, living on the surface of the sun is not conducive to good internet connection. You will often hear during the Blue Cup Tools podcast that he usually just, flat out stops responding, and it's not because he has nothing to say, it's because his connection went down, and so Francisco has to manually edit a bunch of shit together, and every once in a while Ben puts on a strikingly convincing Daft Punk voice, which is actually just Skype trying to reconnect. So, is everyone clear on the quest? Someone has stolen this dude's sweet tin from his shack on the surface of the sun, and we're about to go and pick it up again. You will, however, notice that most of the time I am right-clicking on objects to look at them before interacting with them, like any good adventure game player would.
Pardon me, sir.
Yeah? What is it?
Now, most of the people doing the voices for this game are also, underground adventure game developers. I happen to know the barmaid over here is Rizulka, also known as Natalie Juhas, who is lead designer for Reventure Games, and I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to know who this guy is, but I can't remember offhand. Sorry, whoever you are, I'm sure the credits will tell me.
Who are you, good sir?
I can't believe you'd need to ask me that, boy. I'm Arthur McKenzie, West Australia's knife-throwing champion.
I see.
That's a put-on accent, isn't it?
I didn't realize I was in the presence of a celebrity. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm afraid I don't have any spare knives I could sign for you.
How do you sign a knife?
Next week.
I really want to know.
It's all right.
Did you just carve shit into the handle?
Moment.
I mean, because if you wrote on it with a Sharpie, wouldn't that just fade off? I'm putting way too much thought into this.
Is throwing much of a lucrative business?
It has to be.
You mean, does it pay well? Not really, no. I have a second job shearing sheep to make ends meet.
Ah, a fellow sheep wrestler.
No,
We're apparently sheep wrestlers.
Too harsh on the back. Just shear them.
Any advice for shearing sheep?
Since I'm so good around the blade, shearing is fairly easy. It's the calming of the sheep that's tricky.
Basically, just lift it up and just go.
Sheep tranquilizers.
Ah, I see.
It's kind of a Ninja Turtle trick, isn't it?
I suppose you could spare one or two of them.
Afraid not, Sonny. I need them all.
Come on, give up your fucking knives.
I greatly enjoy your hat.
Thank you. Where's yours?
I sadly do not own an Akubra.
And what the hell are you doing in the Cobra bar?
Well, the barmaid's not wearing one either. Never mind. See you later.
Take it easy.
Alright, let's go have a chat with Zulka. Or Rosie. Whatever.
Well, look who decided to finally show his face again.
Hello, Rosie. Can you spare a minute?
For you, sweetie, I can spare 20 to 30. Wink, wink.
Oh, stand back, she may pounce.
I'd like a drink, please.
It'll be my pleasure. What will you have?
Oh, let's see. Of course, the game wants you to pick choice number 3. I mean, isn't it obvious? So let's just go ahead and do that.
What's the most complicated and time-consuming drink you've got?
You can just tell Ben Chandler's just cracking up at every line he has to read.
I'll take one of those then.
Alright, but I have to go out back and fetch the ingredients. I'll be back in about 10 minutes or so.
Okay, I'll be here.
Off you go. It was very nice meeting you, ma'am. And now I suspect I'm supposed to steal something, or...
That's where the beer...
Yeah.
No thanks, I don't drink.
Oh, sorry for skipping over the dialogue. It's a force of habit.
Press the buttons, but that might present a fire hazard.
I have a slight suspicion I wasn't actually supposed to do that just yet.
Hey, don't touch those.
Wait, what are these?
There appears to be a small bottle of some kind of medicine on the table.
Well, I think I've done all I can here anyway. So I just distracted a barmaid for no apparent reason, and now I'm off to the sheep farm. I really like the music. I mean, way too much effort has gone into making this game. And I do mean that in a very, very complimentary way.
Or look at the nice sheep out there.
Yeah, let's go
I'd
do
count them,
nasty
but
things
I
to
need
them.
To stay awake and find my tin. I need to speak to Mr. Patterson before I do that.
Minge Patterson. That was his name, wasn't it? Minge, which doesn't sound as dirty to American speakers, but
Benjamin, good to see you, boy.
Hello, Mr. Patterson.
yeah, his name is Minge. I'm just gonna leave it for you guys to Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about with regards to the word minge.
Pardon me, Mr. Patterson.
And that's all I'm gonna say about
What can I
that.
help you with, son?
I'm going to shear things. Now, I have to compliment him on his beard. It's giant and fiery.
You've certainly got an amazing beard.
Why, thank you, Ben. Growing a beard this majestic isn't easy, you know.
No.
I can imagine it isn't. What's your secret?
Normally, I wouldn't share that sort of thing, but I like you. Trick is, I rub my face with 3 egg yolks every night. It really gets hairs nice and thick, so they grow out nice and shapely.
I will definitely keep this information in mind.
So I can avoid doing it in the future.
You haven't seen my sweets tin by any chance?
Sweets tin?
Yes, it's a little metal tin. About
I like
so
about the
big.
extraneous
Has the word
animation too.
chocolate
This
on
is,
the side.
again,
I use it to
way
store
too
my
much effort.
sweets, and it's gone missing.
I see. To be honest, the only person I could think of who'd know anything about sweets tin is McGrean. But it can't have been her who took yours. Don't think she'd have much use for it.
since she has
Is it
no
because She's
teeth.
got one of her own.
Well, yes, and also because she's dead.
That's
Oh.
also a very good reason.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Patterson.
Don't worry your little head about it, mate. We all hated her. But she left
Well, that
everyone
escalated.
nice inheritance. How do you think I got this farm started?
Good point.
You probably
I
killed her.
can't believe I never thought to ask.
Okay. Oh, okay. I said I would leave this alone, but I just
I've
have.
always wondered, where did you
Have
get
to.
the name Minge? Is it because you're quite a hairy fellow?
No, it's because people who know me say I'm a real cunt.
I suppose that makes complete
You know,
sense.
that
then.
sensor noise didn't really come in when it was supposed to, did it?
Have you got any work I could do?
As a matter of fact, I do. Just got a new sheep in yesterday. None of me regular guys been able to shear it.
They haven't. Why not?
Let's just say this one's a bit
Ooh,
difficult.
difficult sheep.
Bloke who sold him to me called him Rambo.
Clever.
Anyway,
Puns.
if you could manage to get some wool off of him and make it worth your while. He's just out the back
You
there.
give me some of
You
your
wanna take a
beard?
whack at him?
I have to go take a whack at a sheep?
I must be off.
Take care, Benjamin.
I know I don't have to read innuendo into every line, but it's very tempting at this
That's
point.
a nice rocking
I mean, the dude's
I
name
hope
is
to have one like
Minge.
that when I get old.
Let's go have a sit
While a
down.
nice relaxing rock would be pleasant, I've got a sweets tin to find.
He's quite the obsessive little fella.
Right. I've got a sheep to shear.
Off we go. Did we actually get that? This is my inventory. Yes.
It's
Okay.
my favourite pair of shears. They're fast and effective.
Awesome. Now, I did play this game once, many, many moons ago, before I actually even really knew who Francisco and Ben were. I just casually chatted with them on Twitter. They have since become what I would ostensibly think were good friends. They may disagree, but playing it again, now that I actually know what kind of people they are, I mean, I've played Carmageddon with Ben here, and I've had the pleasure of having Francisco on Frederick's and my podcast a couple of times, notably as the first guest of our spin-off Open Crowdsource, and it was absolutely a delight. And the man has a brilliantly warped sense of humor, which I really think comes out in full force in this game as well.
Alright then, Rambo. Time for a shave.
Whatever is going on here should probably be censored. Okay, so this
That must be Rambo. Hello there, Rambo. Having a good day? That's good.
awesome. I suspect we must calm his ass down. I mean, I said I played it, but it's been a while. I wonder, are sheep susceptible to accordion music, perhaps? Ooh, the soundtrack took a turn,
There's
didn't
something
it?
spooky going on.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
Bunyip Billabong. Funny, I can't say I ever remember hearing about this place before.
Even though it's like, 20 feet outside your front door.
I'm no vandal. I'll leave the sign where it is.
I just wanted you to examine it closer, but hey, alright, fine. Let's go to the Billabong. Or not.
Halt!
Crikey Moses! You're that big wizard guy.
None other.
I've heard tell of you in legend and song.
Someone's
but never
pulling
imagined you
a
were
Tim
real.
Curry right here.
Stand fast. No one is allowed passage into Bunyip Billabong.
I'm
So
almost
saith
dead
I,
certain that's
the
Francisco
Grand
himself.
Wizard.
Excuse me, Mr. Wizard, sir.
Yes? What is it?
That is a lovely cape.
Thank you. I had it custom made by a friend in transsexual Transylvania.
Does that mean you're a vampire?
Well, I have been known to have a bite of people every now and then. But really, my addiction runs much sweeter than blood.
Oh, you like sweets too?
He fucking took it!
I must confess a particular
If this was an episode of CSI, I'd be
Yes.
pointing at the screen screaming,
my
"It's
sweet-
him! Just cuff him, you
Well,
fuckers!"
Is that a shame?
I don't suppose you've seen it?
I may have, I may not have.
Have you seen
The
this?
Grand Wizard reveals none of his secrets.
But apparently all of his armpit stains.
It's fairly spooky here, isn't it?
I respectfully disagree. I find it peaceful and relaxing. Gives me time to think about my favorite things in life.
Like what?
Oh, you know, corsets, strawberries, butterflies, the usual.
Flapping
I see.
around.
What are you guarding here?
Not that it is any of your business, but I am guarding the Billabong against intruders.
May I
Why?
get past?
I'm afraid not. The whole reason I'm guarding this place is so no one gets past.
Well, that's basically the point of
Surely
guarding
there must be
shit, but
something I can offer you to look the other way.
I see. You are attempting to bribe me. Is it Halloween?
Excuse me?
Is it Halloween?
No, I don't think it is. Why do you ask?
Because anything can happen on Halloween.
I think he's
Dog
like
could turn into a
straining
cat.
to give us a hint at
You
this
might
point.
bribe your way into the Billabong with some item you pull out of your hat.
Oh, he wants a rabbit. Thank
But
you.
I haven't got a hat.
That's not my problem, is it?
I must be going.
Yeah, I'm sick of talking to you as well. Off you go. Right, back to the sheep farm. Okay, so we are now presented with two problems. And a third one has just appeared. The two other ones was shearing a sheep that does not want to be sheared, and getting past Mr. Ridiculous over there. Let's just see what the little kid has to say.
Hello there, little boy.
And what the fuck did you just do? Or how did you just teleport into... Goodbye, odd little French child. Apparently the game agrees with me. This is not a tenable place for a young little French kid.
What are you doing out here by yourself?
You should be wearing a hat.
I was with my papa. We were playing in the park. He was teaching me how to throw the boomerang, you see. Then I decided I wanted to ride the carousel, and so I did. But when I finished, I could not find Papa, and I started to walk around a bit until I got tired and sat here.
It strikes me that Mr. Gonzalez has an affinity for accents that are not his own. And I'm actually quite confident he's voicing the little kid as well, but again, the credits will tell us.
Maybe he went back home. He did not seem very interested in me earlier. I was watching cartoons, and all he did was stand in front of the refrigerator, staring.
Because something
I
was
worry about
yelling
my
"Zool"
papa.
at him.
Don't worry, little boy. I'm sure he'll come find you soon. Are you feeling alright?
You should be wearing a
You really
hat.
shouldn't be sitting out in the sun for so
There
long.
you go.
Oui, I am fine. Well, except for the candy Papa bought me.
Also, I'm
Papa,
delirious, and I'm about to
I
melt.
do not like the strawberry flavored candy. And what does he do? He buys me the strawberry-flavored candy.
Bastard!
Oh, Papa, why do you not listen to me? I bet you would have listened to Jason.
Who
Yes.
is Jason? Like Friday the 13th, Jason? Is that your brother? Am I just imagining you? Are you a figment of my... Oh my god, I'm starting to get a little creeped out here.
But what will I eat when I get hungry?
You're nuts!
You said you didn't like strawberry candy.
I don't, but if I am starving, I will have to eat it. Unless, of course,
Not really very
I have
filling, is it?
something else.
Ah, right. I see where this is going. Would you be willing to trade something for the candy?
Oui, I think I would.
How about an accordion
A bottle
song?
of wine from the bar.
What? You can't be a day over 7. I'm not going to buy you alcohol.
Well then, I guess I will just keep this candy forever.
You drive a hard bargain, little boy.
There's a moral issue that's just not being explored well enough.
Goodbye, odd little French child.
Au revoir.
That's just weird. Alright, let's go steal a bottle of wine, shall we? It hasn't been 10 minutes, has it?
Ah, there you are.
Or it
I
has.
finished your comic, Kubra.
Oh,
Now say it in a
I
sexy
changed
voice.
my mind. I don't want it.
You're lucky you're such a cutie, or I'd have to be very cross with you right now.
So can I
I don't
steal?
want any of. It's the stockpile of alcohol that keeps this.
So none of this is actually a bottle of wine, is it? Oh, wait, maybe I can just ask her.
Hello, Rosie. Can you spare a minute?
For you, sweetie, I can spare 20 to
Dum
30.
dum 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 dum.
Wink, wink.
She winks a lot.
I'd like a drink, please.
It'll be my pleasure. What will you have?
After making me waste one of the other ones. Alright. Got any
You got
wine?
Any wine?
I do, yes. Which kind would you like?
Your least expensive one, I suppose. I'm a bit strapped for cash right now.
The cheapest one I've got is for $5. Just give me your money when you're ready to buy it.
I need money? Oh, dear God.
Actually, I've changed my mind.
Oh, there must be some money in my shack. I mean, hiding under a pillow. Actually, I didn't see a bed or a mattress or anything. Where does Ben sleep, anyway? Nowhere.
It's a lovely day out today.
I did not mean to do that. Alright, to hell with this. Let's put on the accordion and
Right
see
then,
what
Mr.
happens.
Snuggles, you're coming with me.
He named his accordion Mr. Snuggles. Right, off we go. Music attack!
Oi, you know better than to come in here with that thing. We have a strict no accordion policy. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Or not.
Oh, alright.
And he just does. Alright, cool. Let's go play the accordion to something else. Like I said, perhaps the sheep is more in the mood for accordion music.
Ah, Benjamin, good to see you, boy.
Hello, Mr. Patterson.
What's with the squeeze box? Get a serenade to sheep?
That was the
It wouldn't be
idea.
outside the range of possibility.
I mean, not that I've been given a hint that sheep are particularly prone to accordion music.
And now, a song.
I'll bet this just makes him more aggravated.
Thank you.
That did nothing, did it?
Shearing a sheep is very difficult while wearing an accordion.
I suspect this was not the path we were meant to take. Hey, the kid is French. I wonder if he'd like a song. Off you
And
go.
now, a song.
Incidentally, there's no skipping this.
Thank you.
Oh mon Dieu, that reminds me of when Papa took me to the circus.
Thrilling! Hi, creepy ass fucker. Would you like a song? I'm just gonna shear your ass.
Grand Wizard has no need for your silly trinkets.
Right, okay then. I shall play you the song of my people.
And now, a song. Thank you.
I prefer the tambourine myself. Come to think of it, has anybody seen my tambourine?
Either that's a hint or a reference that I should go and watch Rocky Horror Picture Show again. So evidently it's not accordion time yet.
We've had our fun, but it's time for you to take a nap.
So let's just hang up our good old accordion, and maybe I should just leave the video here for this moment while we figure out how to solve 3 of the game's puzzles. And I did say I'd played this before, but apparently not enough. So I've even got a save game. I'm just gonna overwrite the save game. No, I can't do that. Anyway, LP a lot. Right, so when we return, of course, we shall, of course, breeze our way through each of the 3 difficult puzzles that have been presented to us. 1 is wrangling a sheep that does not want to be. 2 is buying a bottle of wine for a 7-year-old kid. And 3rd is to beat the shit out of Tim Curry in a cape. So, thank you guys for watching. Next episode is gonna be on Wednesday. Which is the day after tomorrow, and I'm going to be playing a different game though, because I did say I was going to play 2 different games a week, I'm going to alternate between games anyway. So next episode, I'll be playing Broken Age. Yes, because not enough people have done that. So anyway, like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do, but do leave me a comment. I love the comments, especially if it's from anyone who was associated with this game, even though I know most of you already. So do take care, and I'll see you guys around the Chrono Stream.